The intelligence of Apple to create and design software and hardware system has built up a great consumer experience. If the product diversification is to be analyzed, it is clear that its products hasn't been modified very much, but the system of operation has been powered by creating small improvements, bigger screens, better cameras, etc. Comparing to other companies, Apple is focused on mass marketing of personal computers, leading Apple to a high level of success. Another important fact is that they advertise computer in the customer magazine, which holds a wealth of information about the new technology. This makes Apple the first computer educator to the public. This is the reason why we are going to take a further look to the latest highest performance graphics iMac.
Apple Incorporation works with hundreds of suppliers all over the world. Apple computers are supposed to feel and operate like luxury machines. This implements the most exceptional quality and thus make the process of finding the best supplier harder. The company cannot allow even a single failure in its product. That is why the process of creating the product perfectly automated. Apple continuously seeks for methods of decreasing the aluminum manufacturing and strive for using clean energy at their facilities and supply chain. Nowadays, all the manufacturing companies are seeking to find productive suppliers. Moreover, the distributor selection process is the essential function performed by the purchasing department of the particular company. Both quantitative and qualitative factors are considered during a very complicated process. Every company has developed its strategies and criteria for the selection process, and Apple is not an exception.
There are some specific steps that a company should follow to join Apple's supplier diversity program. The future distributor should first register as a potential supplier, then develop some quick verifications and screening process to make sure that there is a guaranteed match between Apple and the producer. Finally, this organization audits the provider data and the business becomes a prospective supplier for Apple's future needs. Apple Incorporation has an online portal called Supplier Connect, where it regularly updates the information about the present and future suppliers. This company has a very demanding approach and high standards for supplier selection. They have their already formulated notion of the perfect supplier. Apple Incorporation is highly engaged in supplier diversity program, a proactive business program which supports companies to choose as suppliers minority-owned, woman-owned, veteran-owned company concerns as providers.
Apple has more than 700 suppliers, most of which are from Asia and particularly China. One of its most important suppliers is Glue Mobile Incorporations, which is a Nasdaq-listed company and provides them with iOS apps and mobile games. Another vital distributor of this company is Qualcomm Incorporations, which supplies Apple with different instruments used in the device's power management system and mobile signaling. Apple's most significant competitor, Samsung, is also one of its major suppliers. Samsung supplies things like flash memory, mobile RAM, and the application processor. Computers could be described as an essential tool for interaction and growth in the business world. They facilitate vital functions such as internal and external communications, data tracking and storage, media production, product and services development, and the management of a company's personnel and organization.
Apple's iMac has been consistently one of the most favored desk computers for businesses, especially in the case of graphic designers and video editors. However, the worldwide renowned iMac would be nothing without its integrate hardware processors and overall infrastructure. This frame refers to the elements and the materials needed to be purchased from suppliers. Apple has always maintained high standards in the case of potential suppliers. Apple Inc. created an individual document called the Supplier Code of Conduct, which is dedicated to their suppliers, employees' rights, environmental protection, and business practices. Apple did a specific health program for women as they have a high and big influence on both their families and the community as a whole in India and China.
As for the decision-making unit, the role of influencers, gatekeepers, buyers, initiators, deciders, and users is of great importance within Apple, as in any company, of course. These group of people is responsible for tasks such as general analysis regarding potential customers and sharing the information that may best serve to compare products when choosing to complete a purchase. Apple requires each of its current supplier or future ones to deliver high-quality work but also act up on social responsibility. Apple makes sure to choose suppliers that empower others, protect the planet, and act towards the mission of this company. In conclusion, we find that Apple values its suppliers and social image. The company implemented a supplier diversity program to support minority-owned providers. They work towards making sure the planet and people that work for them benefit, as shown in many cases above, such as the health program they set up for women in 2016. To finish off, Apple makes sure to give chances to minorities to work if they deliver and understand Apple's mission, and treat their employees right.